Analyze me, surprise me, but can't magnetize me. Scanning while you're planning ways to sabotage me. You think you nice to speak?
This is Judy 5000 in physics, representing the DMV hip-hop scene. We are here in Philly interviewing physics, which is a change of pace. So let's get right into it. I want to talk about your mixtape that's coming out October 1st and everything else that has to do with you and your music. First question that I want to ask is physics. Where did the name come from?
The name came from me I was like 8th grade and I needed a new name because I didn't think the one that fitted me back then. Like, you know, back in my little thuggish days, I was a bad kid. So, you know, I used to run the streets. So I was like, I need a new name. So I was in science class, had the book. I was like, whatever my name falls on, it'll be destiny. And it fell on physics. So I was like, all right, PHZ-SICKS. So I was like, I need a little different spelling, which became the PHZ-SICKS, which means nothing with the capitals. I just wanted a graffiti type feel with it. So that's where the name comes from. The whole concept of a lot of things in life are explained with physics. So what is life without physics? So that was my whole concept of using that name.
Cool. So this was in 8th grade. So let me ask you this. When did you start rapping?
Started rapping back in, let's say I started rapping back in 7th grade. I think that's about it. Got some rumbling going behind us, so keep it going. Or we're gonna just wait.
Yeah, keep going, man.
Alright.
I get everything.
Alright, cool. But it started back, I think about 4th grade. I like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Beats 1999 came out, and I love that album. So I was young and I was just like, I wasn't rhyming anything. I was like, I was basically perfecting my flow. I was basically perfecting my flow. So I didn't start rhyming in 6th grade, where it went from poetry, then stories, and then it went to actually rhyming. Then by the time 8th grade came, I was just battling everybody in my neighborhood and like coming to like supreme being of Woodbridge, Virginia at the time.
Cool. All right. So let's get into this mixtape. How is it different than any of the others that you dropped?
Well, my last mixtape, the feature presentation, it ended with it leading into Lesson Zero. Lesson Zero is a concept mixtape, which is basically, it follows a person, which I named Christopher Williams. My last name is Dorsey, but it's Christopher Williams on the album. And it just follows him from, you know, being found by, you know, a record label, his relationship with his girlfriend, and then like being dropped, and the emotions and the depression and everything that comes from the things that happen from there, and how he persevered through it. So it's like, you know, started at one point, ended up at the next one, then he came full circle. He was right back to where he was in the beginning, but he has a different outlook on this stuff.
So it's autobiographical?
No, it has a lot. It has fiction in it. So
okay.
It's semi-biographical.
Okay. So I hear a lot of news on Twitter about this single that you just dropped with Kingpin Slim. How did that come about?
Alright, the single's Make 'Em Envy, featuring Marking Kingpin Slim, produced by Best Kept Secret. It came about, I had to be for the longest, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I was like, this could be a posse track, because I didn't see myself rapping more than one verse on it. So I had it, and then I was like, I need people to jump on it. So it went from originally being me and my cousin, Shawnee Greggs, being on the track, to, I was like, me and him would do a different track, and then like, I just reached out. I reached out to Marky. He was like, I'll definitely do it. Reached out to Kingpin Slim, and he was like, I'll definitely do it, after I gave him my first verse. So after that, it was just them two. Once we got the track back, like, it blew up, and like, I didn't really think it was gonna do that well. Like, I love the song, but I didn't see it as going as well as it is. So now it's on DJBooth.net, and it's getting a whole tons of love. I just got an email about ringtone stuff just because of just that one song. So it's like, you know, everybody's loving it, so, you know, I'm glad everybody's enjoying it.
Okay, so now, one last question about the mixtape. How far do you see the mixtape going? And like, what do you want us to do for you?
Well, I see it going pretty far with it being sponsored by hiphopupdate.com. We've done things for Complex, Vibe, and Essence. Then you also have Candace Nicole helping me out, and now for 3 Clothing that's also helping me out. So I see it going pretty far, and I'm going to promote it heavily for a whole year just to see where I can take it as it's going. and everything to take from there, and also shoot videos for certain songs. So I already have the idea. So I can see it going pretty far because like there's a lot of great tracks on there, and there's a lot of things I'm saying. So I'm ready to just promote it. October 1st, let it drop, let people hear it, and take it from there.
Okay. Now I want to ask you like about your music process. Like, what goes behind the beats that you choose? What goes behind the lyrics that you create? What goes behind your process for creating songs?
For me, beat selection I have a really good ear for picking pitch, which is it's somewhat rare nowadays. I've seen a lot of people can really pick the beats that they are, should be accustomed to. I'm luckily I have a voice that can match with a lot of things, so I can do like a southern track. I can rhyme fast. I can jump over like a techno type beat, which helps out a lot. But the beat pickup process the easiest. Lyric writing, it all comes from just me being a nerd. A lot of my stuff, like you hear references to comic books, references to video games, references to movies. I'm a huge movie buff, television, pop culture, meat, Greek, Roman mythology. Like, I'll throw little things in. Most times I'll do it just to rhyme, and most people won't get it because they'll think it's just a regular line. So that's usually my process, and also feelings.
Okay.
Because a lot of my writing comes from things that have happened, and then I'll go from there. Because I recently, I stopped rhyming for a hot minute, but then like a certain thing happened, and after that I just got back into it and just focused on it. From there, everything's been taken off.
May I ask you what that certain thing was?
Yeah, it was like if you listen to my music, you will obviously know this. It was a breakup with my ex-girlfriend, and then like, other than me just being depressed about the situation, I just got into writing, and then after that, the feature presentation came out, and then songs that I didn't use for the feature presentation go on to Less Than Zero, and the relationship aspect of there, where the songs like Don't Give Up featuring Megan D and Something About Us, which is using a Daft Punk production, is all about that whole situation between me and her.
Okay. Who are like outside musical influences that influence your work?
Influence my work outside? Well, just the struggle of people in my family. My mom, military, then working 2 jobs just to make sure that, I was living good off. Then outside of that, it's just writers. Brent Ellis, who wrote Less Than Zero, American Psycho, so comic books. It's just like people around me, and then just like writers and everybody else I look up to. And then especially eras, like the Enlightenment era, from back, 1700s. I also look at that because I feel that should be a modern day Renaissance. Man, I don't feel that just one thing. I should just be good at one thing. I should be able to be good at a ton of things, and then from there, take it from there.
What about artists, other music artists?
Music artists? Number 1 is Prince. That's my favorite artist. So, the whole idea of like taking a song and meaning more than one thing, like I Would Die For You, which, you can take it as a love song, or take it as a song you're talking about God. So Prince is number 1, Al Green is another one. Then you go hip hop, it's Nas, Jay-Z, Pharoah Monch, Eminem, and Outkast, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Those are the people that, like, when I listen to them, I get inspired to write. Like when I heard Blueprint 3, I was like, right, time to write. I listen to Andre 3000, time to write. So it's those artists that make me want to, better my music and like reach out and do something different other than staying stagnant and just staying in the same lane.
Okay, and is there anything else that you'd like us, your audience, to know about you that I haven't asked?
Haven't asked? Let me think. I'm normal. I don't know. I'm like one of the most nerdy people. So, if you hit me up, and if you need a track, or you just want to talk, or you just want, to just kick it, just hit me up. Like, I'm one of those people that love to talk. Like, I almost, before I even, started rapping, I was like, hey, I might be a politician. I love history. I love political science. Maybe I'll be a politician. So just, hit me up,
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. I look forward to October 1st.
Yes.
That's right.